Welcome to Buffalo, New York, where EA Sports presents the NHL regular season game between the Montreal Canadiens and the Buffalo Sabres.
Hi, and welcome to Buffalo. I'm Jim Houston, and your color commentator is Darryl Ray. And here's how the goalies match up. Hasek goes head-to-head with Thibault. Schmelik moves the puck to Wilson. Barnaby winds up. Zalapski passes over to the wing. Rushinsky winds up. He fired it. Hasek stops that. Brown passes ahead. Holzinger passes over to the wing. Moves in. To the net. Short pass to Schmelik. Ahead to Savage. Belted to the ice by Quintel. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Moves it on to Wilson. To Barnaby. Thibault moves the puck to Quintel. Savage passed it. Montreal has fresh legs on the ice. Woolley starts out. To the net. Shot! Rivet gets knocked to the ice by Plant. You gotta keep your head up. Hasek moves it to Plant. To Recchi. To Rivet. Belted to the ice by Rivet. Pass intercepted by Ulanov. Short pass to Recchi. Buffalo gets called for cross-checking.
Buffalo penalty to number 81, Miroslav Shetan. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Plant wins the draw cleanly. The Sabres start changing on the go. Malakoff starts out. What a hit! To Brown. Brown plays the puck to Plant. It's one-on-one. Canadiens 0, Buffalo 0. Schmelik over to the wing. The Sabres start changing on the go. Under 1 minute left in the penalty. Brisebois moves the puck to Recchi. Shannon out of his own zone. It's one-on-one. Moves in. Malakoff passes ahead. Buffalo needs to get a fresh line out there. Montreal needs to get a fresh line out there. The save was then made by Hasek. At the blue line to Brown. Brown shoots the puck to Damphousse. To Damphousse. Buffalo returns to full strength as the penalty expires. He's nailed by Damphousse. Shannon passes across. Quintel gets the puck to Ling. It's tied 0-0. On to Brunet. Ling winds up. He wired that one over the glass. Pekka wins the draw cleanly. Schmelik to center. Montreal really needs to get another line out on the ice. Pekka towards the net. He took the shot. Thibault gives it to Ulanov. Corson passes it across. 4:09 left in the period. The Canadiens change up their lines. Moves in. Rivet out of the corner. He's flattened by Ward. Thibault hangs onto the puck. Plant gets thrown out of the face-off circle. They move into position for the face-off. Shetan gets possession off the draw. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. The Canadiens come out of their own zone. Shitnik knocks the puck away. Odette gives it to Plant. Towards the net. Thibault gives it to Zalapski. It's tied 0-0. Chips it ahead to Shatan. 2:37 left in the period. He's nailed by McKee. Montreal should be making a line change soon. Shatan beats out the icing call. Thornton out of his own zone. Zhitnik passes into the middle. He scores! Let's get another look at that goal.
Here he has the puck. He let a backhand go and ripped it home upstairs.
Pekka gets to the circle. He'll face off against Damphus. The puck is dropped.
Buffalo goal, scored by number 26, Derek Plante, assisted by number 44, Alexei Zhitnik.
When Paul Correa couldn't shake off the effects of a concussion, Mark Recchi answered the call from Team Canada and joined the club at the 1998 Winter Olympics.
And they drop the puck. The Buffalo Sabres win the faceoff. Montreal races in alone.
You gotta be kidding me!
To Koivu. Koivu winds up. Holzinger moves it on. Woolley passes it across to Barnaby. Moves in towards the net. Brushinski knocks down Brown.
Last minute of play in the first period.
Brushinski out of his own zone. To Savage. Quick shot. Pass intercepted. Brown starts out. The Sabres will change on the fly. 20 seconds remaining in the period. Saved by Hasek. To Shannon. 5 seconds remaining in the period. To Rushinsky. Quick shot.
Fans are reminded that smoking is not permitted in this building.
Welcome back for the second period of today's game. I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Darryl Ray.
The ref gets ready to drop the puck. Buffalo hanging on to the lead. That's icing. The puck will go back to the other end. The ref gets ready to drop the puck. And they drop the puck. The Canadians win the faceoff. Hood gets the puck to Ling. Ling moves in. A pass to Brunet. Hasek stopped that. That's icing against Buffalo. Buffalo wins the draw cleanly. Woolley out of his own zone. Thibault moves the puck to Malakoff. The puck's knocked loose by Woolley. Buffalo hanging on to the lead. Recchi passes it across. He's nailed by Corson. To Sanderson. Malakoff moves it into the middle. The Sabres are changing on the go. The puck is dropped. Montreal has a fresh line on the ice. Holzinger shoots! It was stopped by Thibault. Belted to the ice by Holzinger. Holzinger scores! The ref gets ready to drop the puck.
Buffalo goal, scored by number 19, Brian Holzinger, assisted by number 44, Alexei Zhitnik.
To Plante. To center. Plante to the net. To Brisebois. Malakoff starts out. The Canadians change up their lines. Woolley to Plante. It's one-on-one. Both teams are passing well in this game. Rushinsky to Malakoff. The puck's knocked loose by Woolley. Then moves it ahead to Shatan. Takes the shot. Montreal should be making a line change soon. Savage to Rivet. Odette jars the puck loose. The Canadians will change on the fly. Buffalo needs to get a fresh line out there. Shannon moves it on. Odette to center. The Sabres start changing on the go. Damphus moves it into the middle. Corson races in alone. Takes the shot. Corson scores! Holzinger gets to the circle. He'll face off against Koivu. Buffalo will have to have another player take the face-off. The ref gets ready to drop the puck. They drop the puck. Montreal should be making a line change soon.
Montreal goal, his 5th of the season, scored by number 27, Shane Corson, assisted by number 8, Mark Recchi.
Barnaby throws his gloves to the ice. And here we go! Ulanov has eaten a lot of fist in this bout. Ulanov goes after him with a haymaker. Barnaby surprised him with that punch. Ulanov pulls out of reach of Barnaby.
My goodness, why did he drop his gloves?
Barnaby will get 5 minutes for that little show of affection. So will Ulanov.
Buffalo penalty to number 36, Matthew Barnaby, a 5-minute major for fighting. Montreal penalty to number 55, Igor Ulanov, a 5-minute major for fighting.
Shannon moves it over to the wing. Grosek winds up. Montreal should be making a line change soon. Thibault gives it to Brisebois. The puck's knocked loose by Schmelik. Recchi to Damphus. Damphus winds up. To Corson. He fired it. Quick shot on goal by Damphus. Schmelik starts out. Buffalo has been playing a great passing game so far in this one. Thibault moves the puck to Brisebois. The Canadians will change on the fly. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Buffalo has a clear path to the net. Barada scores. Let's take a look at that one again.
It begins with a pass into the offensive zone, takes the shot, and it found a home in the back of the net.
Here we go again.
Buffalo goal, scored by number 25, Vaclav Varada, assisted by number 80, Jeff Sanderson, and number 42, Richard Schmelik.
Thibault holds on to it. Buffalo has a fresh line on the ice. Woolley winds up. Woolley hits him. Koivu over to the wing. Shannon made the pass. Rushinsky knocks the puck away. Brisebois gets the puck to Malikov. To Koivu. Koivu knocked to the ice by Holzinger.
That was vicious.
Savage to the net. Wilson turns it over. Koivu made the shot from the point. Long pass to Odette. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Thibault stopped that. Thibault covers up the puck for the face-off. Buffalo has a fresh line on the ice. Ward shoots! Quintal pass to Hood. To center. Hood passes across. Short pass to Ward. Ward out of his own zone. Ward gets flattened by Zalapski. 1:07 left in the period. Oh, stopped by Heshek.
Last minute of play in the second period.
Ahead to Varada. Thibault moves it to Quintal. Zalapski passes it across. Shannon knocks the puck away. Only 30 seconds to go. To Quintal. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Quintal out of his own zone. 10 seconds to go. To Sanderson. Shoots!
Not much chance of that one going in.
And that's the end of the second period.
Fans, don't forget to buy your tickets for tonight's 50-50 draw.
Welcome back for the third period of today's game on NHL 99. The ref gets ready to drop the puck. Moves in. Towards the net. Koivu shoots! Holzinger turns it over. Schmelik to the net. Zalapsky then intercepted the pass. Holzinger winds up to Rushinsky. Buffalo has a solid lead. Montreal should be making a line change soon. Schmelik gets the puck to Brown. To the net. Barnaby passes across. Brown scores!
So let's have another look. It begins with a pass, takes the shot, and turn the light on.
Primo gets to the circle. He'll face off against Hood. Buffalo will have to have another player take the face-off. The ref gets ready to drop the puck. Here we go again.
Buffalo goal, scored by number 37, Curtis Brown, assisted by number 36, Matthew Barnaby.
He's nailed by Hood to Rivet. Rivet was knocked down by Grosek to center. Moves in. Grosek to the net. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. To Rivet. Buffalo will have to have another player take the faceoff. Sanderson gets to the circle. He'll face off against Damphus. Game on. Buffalo has a fresh line on the ice. Woolley moves in to Sanderson. Damphus out of his own zone. Sanderson moves in. Damphus goes to Brisebois. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. To Brisebois. Quick shot from the slot. At center to Verada. Verada to the net. Woolley shoots. Montreal should be making a line change soon. Buffalo leaves this line out for an awfully long shift. Buffalo will have to have another player take the faceoff. They move into position for the faceoff. And they drop the puck. Buffalo has a fresh line on the ice. Thibault kept it out. Thibault covers up the puck for the faceoff. And they drop the puck. Thornton wins the draw cleanly. Ulanov could be biting off more than he can chew. Barnaby throws his gloves to the ice, and that signals the beginning of round one. Barnaby tries to tie up Ulanov. Ulanov being pummeled mercilessly by Barnaby. And again, and again!
That wasn't a fight, that was a public beating.
And it's a decisive win for Barnaby. A penalty has been called.
Buffalo penalty to number 36, Matthew Barnaby, a 5-minute major for fighting.
Penalty against the Canadians for roughing.
Montreal penalty to number 55, Igor Ulanov, 2 minutes for roughing.
Primo gets to the circle. He'll face off against Damphus. Montreal should be making a line change soon. Damphus gets hit. Penalty against the Sabres for boarding.
Buffalo penalty to number 18, Michael Grosek, 2 minutes for boarding.
Schmelik clears the puck. Wilson flattened by Rushinsky. Rushinsky winds up, takes the shot. Montreal should be making a line change soon. Koivu to Quintel, to center. Moves in. Buffalo should be making a line change soon. Plant got it the heck out of there. Koivu passes to the blue line. Montreal leaves this line out for an awfully long shift. Great save by Hasek. Hasek passes across. Buffalo needs to get a fresh line out there. Plant scores! The ref gets ready to drop the puck. Buffalo has fresh legs on the ice.
Buffalo goal, scored shorthanded by number 26, Derek Plum.
The Canadians win the faceoff. Great hit! Buffalo should be making a line change soon. The puck's knocked loose by Holzinger. The Sabres are changing on the go. Woolley to center, to the net. To Brown. To Woolley. The Sabres change up their lines. Holzinger steals the pass. Holzinger shoots! The save was made by Thibault. Malakoff into the middle. Malakoff over to the wing. To Brisebois. Schmelik passes ahead. Buffalo has a breakaway! Montreal leaves this line out for an awfully long shift. Buffalo needs to get a fresh line out there. To Shatan. Then he passed it. Ulanov runs over Wilson. Plant moves in. Towards the net. Shot. Malakoff moves it over to the wing. Corson winds up. Hasek passes across. Chips it ahead to Shatan. Buffalo has a very tired line out on the ice right now. Wilson jars the puck loose.
Last minute of play in the third period.
Damphousse to the net. Barnaby comes out of the box as his penalty comes to an end. Ahead to Barnaby. Koivu won the draw. Buffalo has fresh legs on the ice. Malakoff to Malakoff. Brisebois passes across. The game is over! The Buffalo Sabres have beaten Montreal!